All right, guys. So today we're going to take a look at some good value on some tools at Advanced Auto. Now, I know most people, when they come to buying tools, you never really hear anybody talk about going to an auto parts store like O'Reilly's, Advanced, Napper, Federal. I think Maynard's. They don't have in our area, but I believe they're an auto parts store or whatever auto parts store is near you. But what I have found is that I wouldn't necessarily go there looking to buy tools, but they do have some crazy deals online depending on your local store. Now, none of these items that I'm about to show you are shipped, but some of them are in stock near my store. And I may just go pick up a few just for proof of concept that they actually will sell them to you at these prices. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. Now, first up here, we got this Die Hard 750 pounds engine stand. It is on clearance for $27. Now, if you want to know if this is near you in a store near you, you just click out of stock nearby. You click this and it'll show you the stores here if it is in stock near you within whatever parameters that you may have set. All right, so let's go look at the next item here. This here is the TEQ Correct 750 pound engine stand, also on clearance for $28. Now, this one does have a couple of reviews, 21 reviews and 2 stars. So I read the reviews already. Basically, there's some other reviews that are bad, that this engine block is too short for a big block. And some people claim they had to modify it to get it to work for their big block or whatever. However, going in knowing that for $28 and knowing that you may have to modify it, I think it would be worth the money if you can find one of these near you for $28. All right. So next up, they have this 8-piece Xenon SAE hex bit socket set. Now, what's so special about these guys here? Let's look at the top ones here. Actually, not only are they hex bits, but you see how they twist. They actually are sort of have a bite to them, allegedly, that will assist in removing a rounded or maybe not a completely rounded hex head, but one that's been marred up a little bit. Only $3.50. That's pretty crazy. Again, you just click this button here, as we can see I have them near me. All of these are fairly well, these aren't that close to me, but definitely the Holly Springs location is quite close. The Highway 54 is very close. So if I wanted to get these, I can add them to the cart and go pick them right up for $3.50. Next up, we have this 8-piece metric socket set for damaged and standard bolts. Now, take a look at this. Now, this is that Xenon again. So apparently Xenon is their bolt remover, line. So these, you can apparently use them on regular fasteners in normal situations, but also if they're rounded. They also have 3 reviews that claim, one guy said they worked, some people say they didn't, but $2, and even if they kind of halfway work, I mean, risking $2 to see if something like this would work for you definitely is well worth the $2. So let's take a look here. So we do have it nearby if I wanted to go pick that up. All right, so next up we have a universal ratcheting wrench set. Now these are not in stock near me, but only $4. That's crazy. I mean, that's less than $1 per wrench. It's not near me, but hey, check near you. You might get lucky. Who knows? Now these next tools, like all of these socket sets, 90% off. This is $4. This is not in stock near me, but it might be in stock near you. A 1/4 inch ratchet set, 22 piece, 72 teeth, SAE and metric. 2 reviews and 3 stars. Regardless of what they say bad about this, I mean, it's just a standard socket set for $4. I don't think you can go wrong if you were able to find these in stock. Same thing with these. 1 review, 3 stars. They only $5. This is a 1/2 inch socket set, 12 piece, 72 tooth. I would, if I needed a 1/2 inch set, and I could find this in stock, I'd buy it in a heartbeat because it can't be that bad. I mean, if you think about it. All right, here we go again. We got this Xenon. And it, now this was in stock. I might consider just testing this out. $10 if you can find this in stock. The power bit. This is the Dr. Xenon socket set, 1/4 inch, 3/8, 28 pieces, $10. I am pretty sure that this would be $10 well spent if you can find one of these here in stock. Pretty amazing. And take a look at this. 2 reviews, and both of them are basically 4 and 5 stars. So 4.5 stars. Only on 2 reviews, but still. Now this next one here is pretty interesting. This right here is the All Trade Tools Multifunction Screw Removal Pliers. So these are, let's see here. I got a pair of these Van pliers here. I don't know how well this is coming through, but basically it's sort of a pair of these here, except for in the middle here, this is spring loaded. But if you look at the one on the screen, it has a wire stripping capability. So $2.50. Absolutely, I'd buy these if I needed a pair of these. If I can find, and in fact, they are in stock somewhere nearby. Let's take a look. Yep, if I really needed them. I mean, that's a Chapel Hill from here to meet at Advance. I don't know how far. It would probably be 30 minutes or less. But if I was just, and I do travel in different areas around here, if I just so happened was in Chapel Hill right now or near, when I said, damn, I need some pliers, and this is what I need, yes, I would buy these. All right, so moving on now to some more things that are not necessarily hand tools per se, but things that are interesting, that might be worth the very, very low price that might get you out of a bind. For example, we got this Slime Smart 2 set spare plus. I think they spelled something wrong here, but anyway, spare. Oh no, they put air. Get it? This is a play on word spare with air in it. Plus flat tire repair kit, 12-minute inflation. Got 5 reviews and 2 stars. But I could see if something like this did not work for $42. Yes, I might be not happy. But for $4, I'd be willing to chance this right here. And not only that, you get an air pump anyway that connects to your 12-volt source. So I would be willing to take the chance for $4 if I was in the market for such a thing. But I got a tire plug kit I travel with, and I have I travel with an air pump anyway, so I have alternatives to this. But if I did not, I would consider this here for $4. Next up, now this is interesting here. $1.25 for a hacksaw frame with some miniature frame with a 24-tooth alloy hacksaw blade. Only $1.25. Now, hacksaws I think are underrated in a sense in the automotive, that I have used these things just a few times over the years to get me out of a bind. Well, because I didn't have any other proper way to say remove something to get something out, and I was able to cut a fast in half with a hacksaw. So like a grade 9 or grade 8. What is that, 9.2 bolt or metric bolt or SAE grade 8 or whatever. I've cut through a couple of those maybe 2 or 3 times over the years with a hacksaw to get myself out of a bind. And I would get me a hacksaw if I were you. $1.25. Yeah, I would buy it. Oh, I added it to cart. Wow. Let me see if I can have, where is this at anyway? I may add a few things to cart actually and just see if I can go pick this up. If I do, I'll let you know. But if not, we're going to keep moving on here. Next one up here, you have this 7-piece punch and chisel set. $3. Yeah, I would definitely buy this. I mean, I definitely think even if you just was a throwaway set that you just need to abuse, $3. Yeah. All right. Again, a scissor lift jack. Maybe you don't have a jack in your car. Maybe you want an extra jack. Maybe you want a jack to help with some people you can take these scissor jacks and rig them up to the bumper on trucks and like use them to break beads on tires with with a little block of wood so you won't damage your tire or whatever. But $12, I don't know if I necessarily spend 12, but at the same time, if you were in the market for a jack, $12 would be a good price for a scissor jack if you needed one that you was going to use it for proper use, not for really getting on the car or anything with. Next up, here's a more specialty tool here. A 2-piece Toyota air conditioning line disconnect tool for quick connect fittings. $3. Yeah, I mean, if you worked on Toyotas or if you was a DIY, need to like fix some stuff with your air conditioning, $3 to get a tool that will make a job much easier. I mean, that's probably a way you can disconnect these lines maybe without using this particular specialty tool. But $3, I'd buy it if I needed it. All right, so lastly here, this one is interesting. I thought I just added this to show you here. Is that if you look at this this performance electronic braking tool, then you can diagnose, service, and reset attributes within the braking system. It is $18. I don't know if it's worth spending $18, but at the same time, somebody could be interested in this here and maybe thought about picking one up, and they are in stock nearby. But I got so many scan tools, I don't need anything like this. But again, I thought this was interesting to say. And also, one other quick thing I'll tell you, if you look at the bottom here, if you scroll through this carousel, you will see more things on discount. There's so many things here on this crazy discount. Like, look at this Century drill tool. It's a chainsaw file. I mean, it's just a chainsaw file, but still 65%. I mean, maybe you need one. And also, let's go back here to this first one here. If you look up top, there's also other things, just not only at the bottom here, but at the top. Like, for example, look at this Die Hard Power 2-ton puller. This thing was normally, let's see if it pulls up here, normally $40, and you can get it for $8. Now, that could be worth it if you need it. I don't need anything like this, but some people just might. But anyway, there you have it. There is some good tools here, I think, to get from Advanced Auto. And if you are in the market for such tools, definitely go to Advanced, put in your zip code, and search these tools and see what comes up for you. Hey, you just might get lucky.